about it. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Hey everyone, welcome to Stonewall Collective. And today we got something extremely special for you. We're doing our first ever Halloween special video. And in the video, we're gonna try to answer what happens to the kinetic energy when a bullet hits a armor. So we're gonna provide a ballistic armor and a medium that's gonna explain us where the energy is being transferred. I think I have a better way to explain it to you. Give me a second. All right, now when I look reasonably more professional and you can trust my judgment, we're gonna show you what happens if, let's say, we have a bottle of water and with a medium inside like water, and me with big guns, right? I'm gonna shoot it with something, but we don't want the bullet to penetrate. So we're gonna put a ballistic armor on top of it, and we're gonna measure what happens when the bullet stays inside and doesn't go further, but the kinetic energy that goes into it, we're gonna show you the damage the bullet leaves behind it in the water. How are we gonna do that? With the help of our little friends called guns. And we got a lot of them prepared for you. So before we go into what are we shooting, we have to explain you where are we shooting. And we are currently at ATL Gun Range. So I want to say big thank you to them for allowing us to bring all of this and show you what happens when the bullet is being stopped and the kinetic energy going forward. So we're gonna use a lot of different calibers today, starting with a mighty 22, and we're gonna end up with a lot more fun with 7 PRC and everything in between that I currently have in my possession. Well, it's a Halloween special, so we gotta shoot some pumpkins, but there's a little problem. We don't have a jack-o'-lantern prepared for you. So, well, with help of our guns, let's make one happen. He volunteered to be in this position. We gotta make it nice, right? So Jerry is gonna eat some buckshot to the face. Well, to me, he looks a little creepy, but some birdshot will help. Well, now Jerry looks a lot more nice, and we're gonna help him with introducing the body armor. This will prevent the bullet from going into Jerry, but it will pass all the energy going forward, and the plastic will represent what the damage will be. We all saw John Wick hiding himself behind his bulletproof vest, being shot a bunch of times. So we're gonna show you what really would have happened to his internals if he had shot with that variety of bullets. Before we go any forward, always remember to be safe on the range. With your training, with fun videos like this, firearm safety still is very important. Make sure that you follow all the rules and let's have fun. We're gonna start with a little 22. As you can see from our bullets today, we're gonna try to use hollow points as much as we can. And the reason that is hollow points gonna expand a lot more than your regular FMJ round. And we really don't want to pass through the body armor, because in that case, that defeats the whole purpose. And we're shooting out of this beautiful Beretta in a 22 with a silencer core suppressor. Let's try to shoot it into some bottles and some pumpkins before we get to Jerry. Now that you saw an incredible power of a 22, and we gotta be very careful to not break a wrist while shooting it, we're gonna shoot Jerry for the first time. I'm sorry, Jerry. Holy shit, that's probably did a lot of damage. Let's do a couple more. All right, we're safe. As you can see, my group is very nice, and he's feeling a little warm. Oh, I can feel the bullet already stuck in him, so the armor worked as it's supposed to. And there is a very small indent on a plastic bottle and a little bulging in our armor, but nothing too critical. I think you would have walked away just fine. Even with the smallest bullets that we have, we still passed a lot of kinetic energy into that plastic where it was enough to deform it. So think about it, if I throw a rock at you, it wouldn't feel nice if the rock was going about 2,000 feet per second, right? Now you saw the performance out of 22. Let's move up in a caliber and go into a 9mm. Significantly larger bullet, going a lot faster out of the barrel, out of this beautiful kinetic with a Hux Force suppressor. Hux Force suppressor review video is coming soon, so please subscribe. In average, if you think about 9mm, you think about full metal jacket round like this. But we're gonna start shooting with more a defense round like that. Idea of this round is to expand, as I said before, and do a lot more damage going into the body. And we also don't want to shoot through our bottle just yet, so we'll come back to that later. Now, talking about this bullet, you have less grainage, as you can see that the metal inside is missing, allowing the bullet to open up inside of the body. So let's see how this works against our target. Now, I have a few of those rounds, so we're gonna show you the performance in a water bottle and as well as in one of the little pumpkins. With my testing, to stop this round and actually catch it in a bottle, you need about 4 water jugs. But today we're just gonna do 1. All right, let's see what we got. In the name of science, we didn't get anything crazy out of this expansion because the round itself is very small. I think, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think about 60 grains or so. Nothing too impressive out of a water bottle. Let's see how the Jerry survives. Common issue with one of the hollow points is sometimes they latch to the ramp and don't actually work properly trying to sit in a barrel. So if you're using any of the hollow points one, make sure and check that it works with your gun. All right, your Jerry. All right, we're safe to go. As you can see, some of the Kevlar is coming out, and I actually shot him a little more to the right. My little bullet is stuck in there. I'll try to pry it out for you later, but it's a little too hot right now. So, as you can see, we actually have no damage. And reasons why that is possible, we shot a very, very small grains bullet. So, in my idea is, it opened up so much and actually did not go into the Kevlar as much. If you touch the 22, it has a lot more bulging than the 9mm we just shot. So as you can see, the 22 did more damage. I guess Biden was right. All right, not what we expected. And I would say that's probably not the defensive ammo that I would use. So let's up the grainage significantly and see if we get better results. So we just shot this bullet, but the grainage of it just not allows it enough energy to even punch the plastic bottle. So I would say throw those out. Now we're gonna move into something a little more common, which is a Hornady Critical Duty. And this is not a plus P version. So we expect a lot more expansion and a lot more punching power. Also, Pibbs volunteered to show us what's gonna happen if the bullet goes through a medium like water and allow the bullet to expand, shooting it behind it. So let's see what's gonna happen to him. The bottle of water represents the medium that will allow our bullet to expand going forward. Let's say a thick leather jacket or any material that is in front of you. And you gonna hide behind it. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do to it. And later, let's see if the armor will stop it. Oh no. Pibbs definitely got shot. All right, let's rush and see what happened. So we got a clean through and through break, and I would almost say this is where the bullet was. So it kind of changed the direction from in the middle right here. You can clearly see the entrance, just a little more to the right. So we understand the bullet opened up. Oh shit. Well, Pibbs got it. As you can see, the bullet definitely expanded a lot more and went through him. So we know that Critical Duty has a lot more energy because of the weight pushing through him. So a water didn't slow it down whatsoever, and it went through Pibbs just okay. Let's see, so adorable. All right, now let's see what kind of damage we get to a plastic bottle through the armor. Alrighty, let's shoot the body armor. Oh no, our camera. Alrighty, that seems as our bullet. And oh my God, the bulging is so much more. Here's the bullet hit. And it's probably hard to see on a video, but it's significantly bigger than what the 22 left behind it. I would say this will hurt a lot. The bulging on the actual armor is also very big. I'm gonna try to show it to you. Right here is where the bullet stopped. And it's warm and I can feel it sitting in there all mushroomed up. Another difference that I saw right away is the bullet went a lot more deeper into the Kevlar than our previous hollow point. Now, I would say pip still looks okay, so we're gonna try another critical defense, but a plus P, and a plus P means there's a lot more powder inside of that bullet, so the bullet is going faster. And we're gonna see if there's any difference to pips. Now we're gonna move up to this round. It's very similar to what you saw us shooting before, but it is a plus P round, so it is going faster. And as you can see, it also has that hollow point allowing the expansion. But this little plastic inside helps you when you're shooting through material like clothing, not to fill the hollow point inside and force it down. So what happens sometimes is the clothing gets inside of the empty space, not allowing it to open up. So this technically should prevent. All right, now this is our most powerful 9mm that we're shooting today, and I expect a very good performance out of those bullets. They have a good reputation with law enforcement, and from all testing, it's a very nice round. We're gonna try to retire pips first. I'm sorry, little buddy. No, not our camera. Now, you can see a significant difference in power going through the pumpkin. And I know what you're saying, that, oh, you shot the other one through the bottle. It probably took a lot of energy out. Yes, it did, but it also allowed it to hit it while the bullet was already expanded, or a little more expanded. This was hit directly, giving it a lot more space for the bullets to expand, but we still got a very nice wound channel. And I would say pips is no more. So now we're gonna shoot through a bottle of water. Why? Because it's a lot of fun. And again, it will show us how much energy this bullet will dump into water. I would say it goes clean through right away and it's gonna explode. And I bet the bullet will go through about 5 bottles, but we only have one, and let's see what it does to it. Oh, wow. This got all deformed. So as you can see, it looks like the energy I'm trying to find where the bullet entered. Okay, that's where the bullet entered. And same thing that I was showing before, very clean entrance. And then inside of the bottle, bullet dumps the energy, opens up and goes out. So there's no trajectory change. It's a very powerful bullet, and it pushed the plastic out. So it dumped a lot of energy into this first bottle. I'd say that's a great performance. Now let's see how the body armor stuck up. And I would say we should expect the biggest damage to it. All right. Our poor camera just can't catch the break. Oh my God. I saw what I saw. Look at that. Now, to be fair, this is 2 rounds probably hitting it right here. But feel the difference from our previous round is our previous not plus P round. And this is the difference with the plus P. Now, I don't know what you think, but to me, this looked like a lot of pain. And this probably looks like a broken rib or even more internal damage, because the energy doesn't just stop when it's hit the plastic, it goes through, right? And holy shit, it did. So this one is also interesting because the third shot I did was kind of when the plastic bottle already moved, so it kind of glazed it. But even so, it's a huge indent. So when you see John Wick using his suit to cover up like this, I would say his ribs are absolutely broken. Yes, it may be not extremely scientific, but with our test, you can clearly see the difference with a lot more energy being transferred with more speed out of plus P round and more weight of the actual projectile. Science. Speed times weight equal power, and we delivered a lot more power. But now let's do space cowboying stuff and see how 38 Special and 357 Magnum performs on armor. We're shooting 2 rounds out of this beautiful vested revolver, and it's a 38 Special plus 357 Magnum hollow point. Now, I don't own any revolvers yet, but I gotta say a big thank you to MainStreet Guns Range for providing this gorgeous revolver for us to test. And if you wanna pick up this pistol, it will be available in MainStreet Guns Range after we finish the video. So you can own a piece of YouTube history for yourself. Now, 38 Special is nothing to write home about. It's almost a little slower than a 9mm that we shot, but we're shooting it as a full metal jacket, meaning that this bullet is not expanding. It keeping all the weight together and trying to punch through, which might not be very good for our armor in our test, but we have to let you know how it does. Now, on the other case, 357 Magnum is a lot more powerful, and as well, it's a hollow point. So we're expecting a lot more damage and expansion. Well, hopefully we don't go through our armor, and I think the armor should take it, but let's see how it goes. 38 Special, as I said, is going to be a little less powerful as a 9mm, but we are shooting at it out of a longer barrel, so it has a little more dwell time to be faster. All right, for 38 Special, we're not shooting into a bottle of water because it's a FMJ bullet, so we know it's just gonna go through, not dump any energy behind itself. So we're gonna go directly into our bottle. All right, let's see what 38 Special does to our armor. All right. Well, looks like we got our first significant damage. As you can see, it's a very nice indentation. So that did significant damage where it actually cracked the bottle. Now, I'm not saying it's anywhere stronger than the 9mm that we shot, because we did shoot lower. This is probably just a harder plastic, but the indent is very significant. So I honestly did not expect that much damage out of a 38 Special, but maybe 6-inch barrel helped us a little more with the velocity. Now, while we still have him alive, let's shoot him with 357 Magnum. 357 Magnum is a no joke. It's a very, very serious round. And out of a 6-inch barrel, I expect a lot of damage to our target. Now, when we're gonna shoot it, you're gonna notice a lot more kick. And again, if you wanna know, it's 125 jacketed hollow point. Now, let's see how 357 does against a water jug and, of course, against our target. All right, queso is our next target that we're gonna shoot with 357 Magnum. We're shooting it through a lot of water, and it's possible that the bullet will change trajectory. So we're gonna shoot him a couple of times and see if we can get him from a first time, but I wouldn't expect so. All right, queso, you were a good pumpkin. Now I'm gonna shoot one down the range so you can see the difference in recoil from a 38 Special into 357 Magnum. Now that is a significant difference, right? Now, did you see the difference in power? If you didn't see it, this jack definitely felt it. It's all destroyed. And as you can see, the energy went sideways. Let's see if we got anything into our pumpkin. Oh, wow, okay. So looks like we do have an entrance and we might not have a exit. So let's see if it's somewhere inside the queso. It is. Oh my God, we caught the bullet. So let's see how much expansion we got. First of all, what you notice is there's a lot of shrapnel inside. So the jacket did open up. And let's see, where did the bullet go? Did I drop it? Yeah, I might have dropped it while opening it. No, it's right here. All right. So as you can see, we have a very nice mushrooming. And some of those petals broke up, and you can see him inside our queso. I would say our queso is definitely dead, and we can also retire him. I really like trophies like this. Then you can actually see the performance of the bullet and how it reacts with different matter. So the water was enough for it to mushroom and open up. And of course, queso got the rest. Now, 357 is a powerful cartridge, but not the most powerful handgun cartridge. So like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below so we can grow and show you a lot more calibers and a lot better performance. But let's shoot in armor. This might be the first time that I expect our head to drop or the bottle actually move, because that is a one hell of a round. Let's shoot him one more time. Wow. All right, well, we got a lot of deformation. So, as you can see, oh, we have our first breakage. Now, this is not a bullet going through. This is just kinetic energy breaking the material, transferring all this energy down the range. And holy shit, it's all messed up in there. But the bullet is caught inside, and as you can see, again, huge indentations. Almost my entire finger can get in there right here as well. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I do have a lab coat, so I would say you're cooked. Your internals would receive so much kinetic energy, hitting you very, very hard. So I would say you wouldn't be walking for a very long time. And that, boys, is 357 Magnum. That's why revolvers like that are so impressive, pushing so much energy down the range, and I really like it. Pistol did an impressive job, especially 357 Magnum. But what about your favorite home defense, a shotgun? Now we prepared 3 different loads for you. One, a turkey load, a basic birdshot, a buckshot, a little more powerful, and a slug. And you know that's gonna put a lot of energy down the range. So let's shoot some pumpkins. Let's see what a birdshot does to a pumpkin. But keep in mind, we are about maybe 15 feet away from it. So the birdshot not gonna have enough time to open up as much. So we are expecting a little better performance, but going down 20, 25 yards is where birdshot loses a lot of its power. But see what it does. Woo, she hits. All right, let's see what we got. Ow, holy shit. So what you can notice is this is where the majority of pellets went, and probably our water is somewhere down there. But all around this is your little birdshot hitting everything. Now, it might look good and impressive on a pumpkin, but keep in mind, if you're using this for home defense, a person with a nice thick jacket might not get shot whatsoever. Yes, the energy will transfer, and we will show it to you on our pumpkin soon, but as impressive as this look, birdshot is not very good for any sort of defensive situation. And we probably can catch the wad later down for you, but now let's look at the back of the pumpkin. And as you can see, some of the pellets did actually exit, and you can see a lot of them in this kind of pattern right here that went through the front. So the pumpkin is not hard enough to stop the pellets, and it's a very good load. I definitely felt it in my shoulder. Now we got one little pellet for you out. This is what it looks like, and as you can see, it's a little deformed as well. It's little pellets. Now let's graduate into a buckshot. All right, this is a Fiocchi defensive buckshot, and I expect a lot more damage and a lot more penetration. Oh, that feels so good. Every time. Now again, taking the distance in mind, we are only 15 feet away, so that buckshot did not open up at all. So as you can see, it kind of went in all uniform, and then we're expecting a lot of damage coming out, probably right here and right here. Now buckshot does not expand, so it went forward, dumped as much energy as it could, and probably continued down the range. But what we need to keep in mind is this pumpkin just experienced a lot of pain because buckshot is very powerful. Now there's just one more, a big daddy slug. Now to explain to you what the slug is, it's a big chunk of lead, basically a bullet that we shot out of our pistols, but a lot bigger, and it's going pretty fast. On a pumpkin, it might not look as impressive. We're probably gonna see a hole, but you're gonna see it on our target that the energy that this slug dumps is critical. And that's what we call a pumpkin rain. A lot of pumpkin went back to us. And as you can see, it's not a fist size of a hole, but it's a very good hole. And in the back, you can see that, but yeah, he's very much dead. And we can get, I don't think we can get it out of there, but this is a wad that pushes the slug. It's mushed up in there, but you can see the little piece of metal. That is a slug. All right. Well, we saw the performance on the pumpkin, and I would say it's pretty good, but now let's dump all of that energy into our bottle. All right, now that you saw performance of a birdshot on a pumpkin, let's see how much energy it's gonna dump into our bottle. It did look impressive on a pumpkin. Well, I'm not an expert. I have a lab coat, so Jerry's dead. Now, what you can see is that energy went forward and flipped everything, but did it do the damage to the bottle? I think it did. This is where the hit happened, and that's what I was telling with the distance. As you can see, those pellets did not have enough time to open up whatsoever. So it hit hard enough where the plastic cracked. As you can see, the energy that the bullet dump inside actually pushed our indentations back. As you can see, pretty good damage. And unfortunately, our pumpkin is dead. With the bird shot out of 10 feet or we were shooting, probably even closer, I would say it's about 7 feet away. Very limited spread, and the pellets are so small that they actually went through our armor. And of course, this was not meant to be shot with a shotgun, so it is expected that it went through. But we still have a lot of stuff for you prepared, so we're gonna change up the experiment just a little bit. We're gonna introduce another body armor, and instead of sitting on top of the bottle, they're gonna be standing in front of it, because none of them are rated for this amount of power. And we still have rifles and sniper rifles that we want to show you. So same concept, the bullet is just gonna hit it very hard. So we might see less damage, but still probably a lot of damage, because we're dumping critical amount of power. And hopefully we get through all of the guns that we prepared for you today. Let's continue with a buckshot. Alrighty, well, let's see if we're gonna flip the table one more time. Well, we did not flip the table, but the bottle did fall. Well, looks like we did not go through, and we did not go through even the first layer. But as you can see, the bulging is very significant. It's very, very big. So we caught it. Let's see if we got anything on the bottle. I would probably say we wouldn't, because 2 body armors probably protected it enough. Yep, she seems to be good. Buckshot spreads all the energy into 8 small pieces. A slug pushes 1 big bullet. So hopefully 1 armor will stop it and not destroy our bottle. Now, our armor flew about 3 feet forward and smoking. So we did not go through. And as you can see, there's a lot of smoke coming out. The waters also got caught in there. And I can try and actually get that slug out of there for you. Oh, it's super hot. You can see the slug broke down in the Kevlar, all broken down. But this armor did a hell of a job stopping the slug. And as you can see, the energy transfer forward broke the material again and hit it on this side. Let's see what happened to our bottle. Well, thanks God it's still safe. And you can see right here is the damage that we caused. So it doesn't look too bad, but you gotta remember, we now doubled the armor. So I would say it's hella a lot of pressure going forward and hitting this bottle. But I can trust me, with 2 sides, this is a lot of damage. Now you saw the destructive power of a shotgun, and we're gonna move into a 5.56 round out of this 16-inch AK-101 with a gorgeous WhisperTech suppressor. This is fully titanium 5.56 dedicated suppressor, and we are testing it for you, and a full video will come out shortly. For the safety of this, we're gonna still put 2 body armors in there and see the damage. And if it's not significant enough, we will remove 1 of the body armors and see what a tiny little thing like that going very fast does to a body armor, and what energy does it transfer to our target. You might ask, well, why are we shooting 5.56 out of an AK and not a AR-15? And I'll tell you, well, because we have style, okay? But no, in all seriousness, I love AKs, and I think this looks very gorgeous. A very nice build altogether. All of the parts that you see on this AK is from akguys.com. And if you want to pick up any of those parts, use my code MK10 for a 10% off and free shipping. All right, we're doubling the armor because none of this is expected to stop the 5.56 round. And the only thing that I'm hoping for is that the expansion out of the hunting round will help us with stopping it instead of going just through it. All right. Now it looks like we made a very good judgment call using 2 body armors. As you can see, it went straight through, at least on 1 of the rounds, and our second body armor caught it. And the bullet is actually right here. You can see the jacket, the plastic part that opens up. What I was referring to, if you remember in the beginning of the video, when the clothing stops the expansion of the bullet, this is exactly what we're seeing right here. When that plastic wad inside caught all of that material and pushed it with it. not allowing the bullet to expand properly. As you can see, the 5.56 is not meant to be stopped by any of the soft body armor. So we're gonna probably use the very beat up one and shoot it at the top, and we expect it to go through. Now 5.56 is a small round, about 62 grains for the bullet that we were using. So it's not bringing a lot of weight, but where it compensates that it with the speed, because the speed of the round is very, very fast. Oh, we got lucky and the bullet stopped on the first layer. We might have hit a previous bullet or something, because it's right here and it's super hot. Oh no, actually, oh, I think we hit, we might have hit the slug, and the slug helped stopping the bullet. That's what I'm imagining. I think this is our 5.56 impact, and not destroying the bottle. Yep, because nothing came up. But as you can see, again, there is no significant damage. So 2 layers and a slug defeated a 5.56, helping us with the video. And we're keeping this slug as a little memory. All right, now 5.56 is a great round, but there's something better, arguably. 7.62 by 39. This is the 5.56 round, and this is 7.62 round. And as you can see, it carries a lot more weight. And we're shooting it out of a same 16-inch barrel, so it goes very fast, but carrying a lot more weight. And we're shooting it out of my rest in peace KUSA AK-103, again with a beautiful AKGuys.com furniture. Well, again, I'm gonna shoot the very top of the armor, hopefully defeating it and not breaking our bottle. Utter fail. As you can see, Soviet engineers knew what they were doing while creating a 30 caliber 7.62 round, which has fully destroyed our bottle. Did not get stopped by armor whatsoever. And as you can see, it dumped so much energy into it. Let's see what happened. Well, as you can see, our bottle got completely decapitated. And, well, I'm trying to see where was the impact. That's where our impact was. Let's look into the body armor. Well, no expansion. Clean a hole out of it. And it's hard to say where it actually went in. Body armor did not stop anything. It carried all the momentum forward through the bottle, fully destroying it. And, well, actually, if I'm correct, this is probably our entrance. Very nice. And then this is probably our exit hole where it actually broke apart. I would bet that's exactly what happened. What this proves is, first of all, there is a difference between calibers, and not every body armor is able to stop bigger, faster rifle rounds. Anything that goes super fast is what defeats the armor. And as you can see, 5.56 and 7.62 are going 2,500 feet per second out of the 16-inch barrel, disregarding this body armor completely. Now, one of the rifles that I love a lot is the Mosin Nagant. And Mosin Nagant shoots a 7.62 by 54R round, which is a sniper round. And it is a very, very powerful cartridge. So is it gonna go through everything? Absolutely. But for your pleasure and ours, we're still gonna show it to you. We are going to put the second body armor behind it, hopefully catching the 7.62 bullet. No, we're not gonna catch it. Oh, that feels so good. Well, this is a very good example of a transfer of energy. We flipped the table and our bottle, oh my God, we might have cut it. Let's put him up. There is no more water left, but as you can see, there is a huge hole. 54R is not a small bullet, so that makes sense. Clearly, we went through maybe actually this, because it was low. Yep, so it's a low impact straight through. As you can see, the bullet is not expanding whatsoever. It doesn't care that there's any Kevlar. It holds together, goes through. It enters the water bottle, melting the plastic inside. I think it dumped shit tons of energy inside. There's no slug inside. Going out, so water did slow it down, that we know for sure. And this is now the back of our fourth wall, and it still has bulging. So what it looks like, we should have a slug inside. Yep, because it's warm and it's bulging on the side. I'm trying to feel it and see if it's there. Hard to say. We'll try to cut it out and let you know, but there's no exit. in the bag that I can see. So we successfully stopped a 7.62 by 54R with 4 layers of armor and a little bit of water. But we can't let this armor defeat us. And 100 years of evolution of firearm led us to something new, something more faster, and a lot more powerful. 7PRC is a very new development, and it's a Magnum style cartridge that goes extremely fast, almost 3,000 feet per second out of our 22-inch barrel, and extremely gorgeous Ruger American in a 22-inch barrel that we're gonna shoot into our body armor. And my prediction is gonna go through because it's a very, very thin bullet that goes very, very fast. And we know that small bullets going fast are very good at defeating armor. We are using its suppressor on it, the Silencer Co. Omega 300. Oh, it feels so good. So the difference, as you can see from using the Mosin, it is so much nicer. The recoil is not as significant, and it's going way faster out of the barrel, delivering a lot more kinetic energy to the target. So, what a mess. This is the bottle that was inside in 2 separate body armors, metal plate, and it looks like it was fully destroyed. Something tells me this was our impact, and it's so warm. All right, let's see. This is the first plate. We actually did not hit the metal one, so we might redo it and shoot a little lower because it went a little too high. Took all of that Kevlar out. Oh, interesting. It's a little too warm still. All right, holy shit. So this is our 7PRC bullet. Alrighty, and for the last part of this video, we're gonna shoot a pumpkin with 2 pounds of tannerite inside with using our favorite 7PRC. If you got to this point, thank you so much for watching our content. We greatly appreciate it. If you don't mind, leave your comment, say what we can do better, maybe what other calibers you want us to shoot or what other targets. So leave your comment below. Happy Halloween, and let's see this explosion. Well, cameraman was actually closer to the explosion than me. It's raining pumpkin everywhere. Well, let's see what happened there. Well, it smells like fried pumpkin in the air and some freedom. As you can see, there's no more pumpkin inside. It's all scattered in tiniest pieces, still probably flying somewhere in the air. We hope you enjoyed this content. We hope it was maybe somewhat educational, especially for the pistol rounds. It was very evident how the kinetic energy stays inside and moves that plastic bottle. Happy Halloween. Please subscribe. It takes a lot of effort to make those videos, so we would greatly appreciate your support. Subscribe, click the bell, leave some comments, and have a great Halloween.